I am out here on a gorgeous day at Mountain Creek Ranch. So, the Palomino is Hondo. Hondo is absolutely one of the greatest horses here at Mountain Creek Ranch. So Hondo's been around here at Mountain Creek Ranch for a long time. And he's one of the greatest horses because he loves people. He's great with people. So on our trail rides, he's amazing. Goober loves to work with him. And I'll tell you, the owner, Phil Malugin, and his wife, Kim, the two of them, they love Hondo. So, but there is an interesting thing about Hondo. Hondo is great until change happens. So you see Hondo is just calm, he's happy, he's with his buds, he's having a good time, he's doing what the rest of them are doing, and he's wonderful. But if for whatever reason we change it up on Hondo and we have to put him in a pen by himself and isolate him, wow, he does not like that. And he'll get really agitated, he'll start to act up a little bit if change happens in his world. And so what Phil Malugin told me he does when he's with Hondo is he'll stroke his neck. He will, if he's riding him, he may pull up on his reins a little bit and kind of change the speed of the gait. Maybe he'll trot. But he always uses a calm tone and he affirms. And he says, Hondo, you're going to be fine. Hondo, it's all okay. And hearing his owner's voice, being calm and soothing, helps Hondo kind of go, all right, I got this. That's leadership. And we have to do things like that constantly in our environments at work because most people don't like change. So managing stress within your culture is a leadership skill. Being able to have cultures that help embrace change and not be afraid of it and not freak out about it. See, change triggers stress. And stress triggers anxiety. And what we don't need as leaders is a whole bunch of anxious employees running around, creating a subculture, gossiping, doing all kinds of things because they're freaking out over the fact that something in their world is changing. So what do we need to do about that? Well, the number one thing is share more than you think you need to share, which kind of goes against the grain sometimes. But I have found in all my years of leadership coaching that if we can actually give the information, say, hey guys, here's what I'm thinking, here's what's happening, here's what's going on, here's what I know, what do you know, and share that, knowledge allows uncertainty to fade away. And uncertainty is what builds anxiety and builds that fear of change. And we tend to fill in the blanks in uncertainty with the worst possible scenario. Our brain just starts throwing out scenarios, and they're not good. But if we bring facts, if we bring knowledge, if we bring information to that, then anxiety starts to go away because I have knowledge now. I don't have to have what if and maybe and what could happen. I have the truth. I have knowledge. I think the second thing is to give true appreciation and praise for embracing the change and for behaving your way into it and for rising above the change to a performance level that you love. And not being afraid to go to the actual person doing it and say, you're doing a great job. A friend of mine has a kid that plays sports, and she was watching something on a social media channel the other day, and the coach in the social media channel was bragging on her son on the channel. And so she told her son about it, and she called me later and she said, you're going to love this one. So she told her son that the coach was bragging about him. And he said, are you kidding me? I didn't know he felt that way. I didn't know he liked what I was doing. He certainly doesn't behave that way. I didn't think he liked what I was doing, but he told those people he did? Why doesn't he tell me that? There's a great thing to reduce anxiety and to build comfort, is tell them that they are doing great through this change, that they are meeting or exceeding your expectations as the leader. That's awesome. And then always, always, always communicate about where they think we're going, where you think we're going, building that communication. You know, sometimes with Hondo or any of these horses, it just takes a little attention. It takes a little love, a little agape love. It takes a little pull on the reins once in a while. But that beautiful, transparent relationship communication, it helps with horses and it helps with people. Thank you for watching Tales of Mountain Creek Ranch.